For many people, selling a house is the biggest financial transaction of their life. When you want to sell your home, you need to be prepared for the realities that lie ahead. When people are prepared, selling a home can be a rewarding process. Here are 15 tips for selling your home that I'm really going to level with you about. These are more like truths that home sellers need to hear. And we're starting now. Hi, I'm Marilyn Ackerman, and I'm here to help you with your real estate sale, whether it's by finding a top real estate agent in your market, or if you're in my real estate market of Boulder, Colorado, Longmont, and North Denver, Colorado, then I'm here to personally offer my services to you to sell your house. Here's my contact info to drop me a line, and it will be in the description as well. Okay, future home sellers, the first thing you need to know are the real estate market stats for your area. The first stat is how long are homes taking to sell near you. This gives you a time frame of how long it should take your home to sell, and you will know when you passed this average point that something needs to change if your house hasn't sold yet. It could be that the marketing isn't effective. It could be that the price is too high for the condition, so something would need to change. The price would need to lower, or you need to work on the condition. The next stat is how much over or under the asking price similar homes are selling for. And of course, the average selling price for homes that are similar to yours. These three stats are key in your ability to evaluate any offer you receive and to just know what's going on while it's on the market. For instance, if you got an offer where a buyer was asking you to pay the closing costs, how would you handle it? You would first need to know if other sellers are paying closing costs in your market. If homes are selling for over list price in your market, you certainly don't want to pay those closing costs. You would be doing yourself a disservice. Your trusted real estate agent can help you with these three key stats. The second reality about selling a house is that pricing your home right from the beginning is critically important. We are in a sophisticated time as far as the amount of information available to home buyers. Buyers will be comparing your home to others online before they even see it in person. They will see algorithmic estimates of the value of your home online, and they will compare it to the price you're actually asking. What I'm saying is buyers have abundant resources to know if your home is overpriced. Studies show that when a home is priced 5% over market value, it gets 50% less showings than a house priced at fair market value. If a home is priced at 10% over market value, it gets 70% less showings. For people who are still thinking, I'll price my home high and then I'll lower the price if needed. Well, it's not a great idea because we only have 3 weeks to capture buyers when that is a fresh new listing and everyone's looking at it. When the price gets lowered after about the 3-week mark, the home is perceived as undesirable, and you've missed a lot of initial selling activity. At about this 3-week mark, what I see is that it takes a major price reduction to get people to look at the home again and to get that offer. So as you can see, pricing it right from the beginning is your best bet. Some home sellers will still say, I want to price the home high because I want to leave room for negotiations, because I'll really come down in price. I ask those sellers, if you're a buyer and you see a home that is priced too high, are you excited to negotiate with that seller to get to fair market value? How about when you see a home that is priced to sell? How does that make you feel about making an offer on it? With the latter, you feel really good, and with the former, not so good. When you price your home right from the beginning, it indicates you are a serious seller. You will sell it faster and even get buyers competing for it, which can drive the price up. I work with people to buy homes all the time, And really, these are their real reactions. The third truth about selling your home is that you will greatly benefit by making all repairs, major and minor. First, minor repairs need to be done. Buyers may see a crack in the paint, and their mind can go to thinking the foundation is unstable. When we know that it doesn't always mean that, it rarely does mean that, but they will make leaps. Another leap they will make is seeing evidence of a leak from the past, say under a sink or on a ceiling. They will go to thinking the house is infected with mold. We know it's not usually the case. And for major repairs, such as a new garage door or a new deck, it is best to take care of those. For the minor repairs, it is best to look carefully at your house with an agent and make a list and get those minor repairs done. If you don't, buyers will either be spooked by what they think are underlying problems and not offer, or they will want to exaggerate the cost of the repair in negotiation. And it is often because they don't know the price and they want to cover all bases. Having everything in good repair gives buyers the peace of mind they need to bring you top dollar for your house. This brings us to the fourth reality of selling your house. That is that buyers want to negotiate after inspection. Now, if they didn't see any repairs needed during their showing, but then the inspection revealed that repairs were needed, well, they're going to ask for more money than the items cost, just to cover themselves. If there's rotten wood under a deck, for instance, and it might take $100 in lumber, they're going to look at that and they're going to say $1,500 because we don't really know how much it's going to cost to fix it. So fix those minor repairs. If you can't do them, hire the help to do it. Also get those major repairs done as much as possible so you don't give buyers this negotiation card to play. The fifth truth about selling your home is that all clutter needs to go. The house needs to be decluttered and depersonalized. Clean sells. Remember, this is the biggest transaction of your life, and it is also likely the biggest financial transaction of the buyer's life. The home needs to look as good as possible. Think about how much clutter there is in a hotel room when you walk in. That should be how much is in your house when buyers walk in. Yes, none. Clutter and dirty don't sell. People will be appalled by it, and they will translate it into thinking that if the homeowner can't take care of the daily cleaning and decluttering, then they can't take care of major household items. The sixth reality of selling your house is that it's going to be a little inconvenient. People want to look at homes after work and on weekends, which is likely when you want to be at your home. For the last 10 years in my market, I'll start showings on a home on Friday and advise the owners to be gone on that Friday afternoon and evening and all day on Saturday and all day on Sunday. I usually have an open house on Saturday. This is what it takes to sell a home. So if you're prepared and have made some plans, you can make it enjoyable to be gone all weekend. The seventh thing you need to know is that it is a mistake to be present at showings as a seller. What often gets revealed when sellers talk to buyers at their home is that the seller has a motivating factor to move. It could be a deadline that they need to sell their house by, and it gets revealed. Well, if the seller reveals this, they just gave the buyer a huge card to play. Now that the buyer knows the seller has a deadline, they can offer less as that deadline approaches. The other reason not to be present at showings is that the new buyers may feel like they are intruding on your life, and they may not spend the time they need to decide if they want to live in the house. The more time someone spends at a house, the more likely they are to make an offer. This is my observation after showing lots of houses, so give them time. The eighth reality is that we must get the buyers to envision what it is going to be like to live in your house. The home needs to be depersonalized. This means that photos of people need to be taken down. Artwork done by kids needs to be taken down. Buyers are wanting to imagine their life in your home, and that's hard to do with somebody else's family photos and sentimental decorations. When they are looking at your home, they need to be thinking of it as their own. This will drive them through the ups and downs of the next few weeks of getting through seeing items that maybe need repair in the home during the inspection, getting their finances together with their lender. They need a personal why as to why they want to live in your home. And it comes from them seeing themselves having a better life in your home. The ninth fact is that professional photography and professional videos sell homes faster and for more money. Imagine you are a typical buyer starting your home search online, as they do, and you are deciding which houses you want to see. You'll be inclined to look longer and be more interested in the homes with professional photography. Not those shadowy cell phone pictures where light walls look dark, the entire house looks gloomy and shadowy. No, you'll be drawn to the clear, bright photos where the details of the countertops are highlighted, the photos where you feel like you are there. When homes have photos that make people feel like they are there, that makes people actually want to go there. When my sellers see professional photos of their houses, they always say, wow, that looks great, because they could never take a photo of their house that actually portrayed it that well. And if the neighborhood has special features like mountain views, a lake nearby, aerial photos that show those will draw in buyers from out of state, because remember, people from other areas don't know how wonderful your neighborhood is and what's nearby until it's really shown to them. The more buyers you can attract, the more offers you will get, and that will really drive the price up. The 10th fact you need to know about selling your home is that you want to disclose any issues with your home upfront. In fact, it is required. There will be a 7-page property disclosure form to fill out with your agent. It's a list of all items that can be in a home and space to note any issues. Now, the best way to disclose any negative issues about the home is to do it up front. It's just human nature that people are more okay with things that are disclosed up front than they are when they think you might have been trying to hide it and it comes out later. Also, something that a seller knew about and didn't disclose could come back to them later, depending on the statutes of limitations in that state regarding real estate law. It's called failure to disclose. So disclose upfront any issues, not only because I'm sure you're an honest person, but also because it's legally required. The 11th truth to know in selling your home is that a cash buyer may not always be the right buyer for you. In fact, if you have multiple offers for your home, well, congratulations, and you're comparing one from a cash buyer and one from a buyer who's getting a loan, well, the cash buyer will often try to offer less than the home is worth because it's going to be a little bit easier of a transaction. They don't have to get an appraisal. They don't have to get a loan, and there's no final loan approval. But at the end of the day, both offers are going to put money in your pocket. So really consider, is it worth taking less for the surety of the cash buyer, or getting more when you have a buyer with a loan? The 12th reality I want to share with you about selling your home is that the color palette of your home is very important. It's very easy to have a color palette that'll be appealing to buyers. Just know that if you or your child love a color and painted a room that color, like purple, pink, red, or green, there's a very small chance that a buyer, actually no chance, that that's going to be the buyer's favorite color. The easiest thing to do is to have the home painted a neutral color. Even if you think it's boring, houses painted in neutral colors sell. They are agreeable to everyone. So if we are working together, or you are working with one of my network agents, ask what the popular neutral colors are, because they do change every few years. And with regions of the country, they differ. The 13th fact you need to know is that you need to have your real estate agent verify the buyer's purchasing power. This means that they need to call the lender to find out how far along in their loan application they are. They need to ask the lender if they have all tax information, bank statements, W-2s, and their credit checked. When you have an offer and you sign it, you are agreeing to change your home status to under contract on the MLS, which means that your showings will drop to 0, with maybe the odd chance of getting one showing. When buyers see that your home is under contract, they will stop coming to see it. So you need to be sure that the contract you sign is going to go through in as many ways as you can. If the offer is a cash offer, your agent needs to verify that the buyer can show proof of where those funds are coming from. This brings me to the 14th truth about selling your home. An experienced agent makes all the difference. Past performance speaks a tremendous amount about one's ability for future success. There are plenty of nuances in this business, and having experience in it can make all the difference between getting your home sold quickly for top dollar or getting a lot less money and more stress for you. You want an agent who is in the business full time. Now, you want an agent who is a master of the listing process. You can look up the number of homes I've sold or that any agent has sold on Zillow. Just look up the agent and their past sales. For me, type in Marilyn Ackerman, Longmont, Colorado. The number of homes speaks volumes about the agent. Also, look up the agent on Google for reviews. Check out their YouTube presence. Do they have home tours online that actually have views? If your agent can't give themselves much of a presence online, how are they going to get your house seen when home shopping starts online? I'm going to be very real with fact number 15. What happens when you sell your house without a plan is the same thing that happens when you do anything without a plan. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan, right? I hope that as a result of this conversation, you have a much better idea of how to plan for your home sale. There's more nuances in every market, and having a professional to guide you through them puts money in your pocket. If you're wanting an agent who is a master of the listing in your area, contact me and I will connect you to that person in your area. If you're in my market of the Greater Boulder, Longmont, North Denver area, reach out to me to discuss getting your home sold according to the market we are in. Thanks, future home sellers. I'll talk to you during our next real estate conversation.